Star Wars: The Acolyte was recently cancelled, and we are going to discuss some parts of the plot here. The show is set during the High Republic era, and the plot is about Osha's turn to the dark side, while her sister, May, goes in the opposite direction, and this is a direct consequence of the actions of the 4 Jedi on Brandok 10 years earlier. The show sets that event as a mystery and leaves us intrigued about what truly happened there. This idea of a group of Jedi doing something wrong and covering up their actions gave me some Knights of the Old Republic comics vibe. The Jedi stationed on Brandok are composed by Master Indara, who is leading the group, her Padawan, Torbin, the Wookiee Kelnaka, and Saul. Torbin and Saul are the ones responsible for starting the whole situation with the Coven of Witches. Although both of them let their emotions conduct their actions, their motivations are different. Torbin is a Padawan who doesn't want to be there. He desperately wants to return to Coruscant, while Saul's motivation is his feelings for the twins, Osha and May. Since he first laid eyes on them, he felt a connection and wanted to save them from the Coven. Saul was definitely the best character in the show. The actor was amazing here. The way he spoke gave him personality. His morning scene later in the ship is fantastic, and his fighting scenes were also really good. We see that when he meets Osha again, he is still attached to her. Until the end, Saul believes that he did what was right, what was the best for them, and that they needed to be taken away from the Coven. And talking about the twins, they were created by Mother Anastasia. However, we don't know how she was able to do it. It's implied though that it's not just about the virgins, but that she did something that the Jedi would be against. This is different from Anakin's origin. Anakin was conceived by the Force, that's why he is the chosen one. The twins, on the other hand, were artificially created. Mother Anastasia was manipulating the dark side perhaps, or even having an external help from a dark side user, from a Sith. This is a mystery that was left unsolved. Hopefully, we'll still get an explanation on a future project. May is looking for vengeance against the 4 Jedi in the beginning. From her point of view, the Jedi were responsible for the death of her mother and her sister. However, once she finds out that Osha is alive, there was no reason for her to continue on that path, making her fail. And Kimir cannot leave her alive knowing his identity. Through Osha's intervention, Kimir accepts to let her leave, but she gets her mind wiped. Kimir was one of the peaks of the show. The reveal of Kimir's identity as the stranger came with the first lightsaber fight in the Acolyte. And this fight was amazing. It was fast, it was intense, and it was the best live-action fight scene since the prequels. We had meaningful deaths. The way that Kimir killed Jackie and Yord was brutal. They seemed to be promising characters that had a future ahead in the franchise. On Kimir's side, it wasn't fully explained if he is in the Sith Order. Is he Darth Plagueis apprentice? Besides being Vernestra's former Padawan that fell to the dark side, we don't know. What we know is that he was looking for a pupil. He first went for May, but once she switched sides, he went for Osha. Osha, on the other hand, didn't want to follow the witch's path, and once she meets the Jedi, she wants to go with them, to become one of them. However, Osha left the Jedi Order because she couldn't let go her feelings. For years, she thought that May was to be blamed for the death of the Coven, and when she finds out that May is alive and was the one responsible for assassinating Master Indara, Osha lets her anger, her resentment towards her sister transpire. We saw that she had an affection for Saul. He was her master during her Jedi training, and she cannot believe it when May says that he lied to her during all those years. But at the moment that he admits it, it is the moment of her fall. She uses Force Choke on him, a dark side ability, while wielding his lightsaber. Here is the first time in live action that we can see the bleeding of a Kyber crystal. The bleeding process happened before in canon. Osha had Saul's broken Kyber crystal, was full of anger, hate, corrupting it with the dark side. Her fall was complete, leaving it open to the future. There are many points still left, Her future with Kimir, the appearance of Darth Plagueis in the cave, spying on them. May has a future ahead too. She doesn't remember much of what happened, but she was going to help Master Vernestra on solving this mystery, which the Jedi are still in dark about it. Vernestra blamed Saul for all the Jedi deaths when reporting to the Senate, but who else knows about this cover-up? At the end, no one learned that the Sith were active, and even the High Council may not be aware that Vernestra blamed Saul. At the very end, she meets Master Yoda to talk, but besides that, it's just speculation. But now, the Acolyte was cancelled, and we won't be getting a second season. Hopefully, we will get the answers for the open questions on future projects, comics, books, animations perhaps. But what about you? What did you think that needs to be more explored in future projects? Did you want a second season for the Acolyte? Let me know in the comments. Hope you enjoyed it, and may the Force be with you.